Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Purple Power Play. I'm Joel Pruett.
And I'm Cody Bansemer. This has been a busy week for K-State sports. We saw some action in baseball and women's tennis, while rowing and track and field were out of town. And that's not all.
But first, we'll look to the Batcats' success in the recent series against Baylor. Despite a cloudy evening, things were looking bright for the Cats. As they warmed up for their first game in the series, K-State and Baylor prepared themselves for an intense game. Hitting a double, senior Adam Munster slid into second base, and he made it. Barely. The Batcats' luck wasn't all good, though. In the first inning, Baylor trapped junior Kent Urban between second and third and sent him back to the dugout. In the end, though, the Cats' successful sliding secured their win Friday night with a score of 5-2. Saturday night, the Batcats gave a repeat performance, again winning 5-2. And Sunday, they finished out the series with a 3-2 win. And after this series, K-State baseball is doing better than ever. The team has reached their all-time high in the rankings, number 16.
The courts also saw lots of action this week as the women's tennis team faced off against Oklahoma on Saturday and Oklahoma State on Sunday. The women's tennis duel started off with some team spirit which controlled throughout the doubles matches. Though K-State freshmen Carmen Burrow Ramos and Ana Gomez Alman were denied in a win, and after some rough matches, grad coach Olga Klimov worked in some pep talks. Some confusion also broke after an out call in one doubles match. Though players quickly worked it out and play resumed without penalties despite a tough day for women's tennis. The team continued to watch and support one another to the end and wrapped up the OU duel with a round of handshakes. Women's tennis came out of the OU duel with a score of 1-6 on Sunday. They finished up their Oklahoma State duel with another score of 1-6.
And the women's rowing team also had a busy weekend with their regatta in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. The novice four-boat finished the final in a second place at 8:02.03, while the second varsity 8 finished sixth in the JVA final at 7:36.84. The varsity four-boat, on the other hand, finished out their A final in fourth place, ahead of Purdue and Indiana. And finally, the top varsity boat clinched first place in the B final at 7:02.60. The rowing team will see their next action in Oklahoma City on May 1st.
Also, last week, K-State track and field raced through Lawrence with a number of successes. At the 83rd KU Relays, Jeffrey Jolmans finished second in the 110-meter hurdles, while Martians Jurglius finished the 100-meter dash in third place. And in the women's 1,500 meters, they finished third, eighth over K-State. And over the next couple of days, track and field will begin again at the Drake Relays in Des Moines, Iowa.
K-State sports fans have a few other things to look forward to in the coming weeks, too. Wildcat basketball just recruited the newest member to its team, Javal Miles. Miles, a freshman from Tallahassee Community College, who will be a K-State point guard this fall, signed his letter of intent this week.
Football buffs may also be looking forward to the Purple and White Spring Game coming up in April 24th at 6:10 p.m. Tickets could cost $5 and can be purchased from the ticket office at kstatesports.com or at 1-800-221-2287.
And for those attending this spring game, they'll be hearing about the untimely and unfortunate death of former quarterback Dylan Meyer. Meyer, a K-State player from 2003 to 2006, died in a hiking accident on Monday. While playing for K-State, Meyer started in 11 games, threw 2,287 yards, and made 12 touchdowns. K-State Athletics plans to honor Meyer with a video tribute and a moment of silence before the spring game. That's really unfortunate that happened to him. I'm sure he had a great career ahead of him.
And I heard he was going to Korea later this month to teach Koreans English. So, I mean, sad for him. And since his brother's about to be drafted, it should be a time for congrats. But it's now a time for mourning. But that's all we have for this week's show. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Purple Power Play. I'm Cody Bansemer.
And I'm Joel Pruett. Have a good night, and we'll see you next week.